Following on from feedback from some of the Masters Tour players, and this year we've made some changes to the registration process. Main changes amongst that is the revamp of the actual registration page, which should hopefully make it a little simpler, a bit more intuitive, and a bit more user-friendly for those of us who are not technologically gifted. You can now register up to 8 players, maybe a foursome, a threesome, a twosome, or a single player, and the committee will be doing the draw for each of the events. As was the case in the past, you still need to go to the event registration page to begin the registration process, and this can be done in a number of ways, and here's a couple. Firstly, you can click in the registration link in the event registration link email that you would have received. Secondly, you can click on the links, registration links in any of the emails you may have received about that event. Or you can go to Sunshine Coast Golf Zone website and under Masters, go to 2025 calendar of events. And here you'll see a list of all the events, the opening and closing dates for the events. To register for any particular event, you can click on the name of the event, or on the right-hand side, click on the view. That will take you to the once you're there, click on the blue Register Now button. On the login page, enter your Masters registration email address and password and click Sign In. On the Register Now page, click on New Registration. Here we see confirmation that it's a Glasshouse Zone event. The registration fee of $25 is payable to the clubs when you turn up, and that you can register up to 8 members. We'll just confirm that by clicking on Next. On the registration form, you'll see all the pre-filled information from your member profile, and the new part is the 2 sections below. And we can register here for either Bribey by clicking on Bribey, or Bribey and Woodford by clicking on both. To deselect it, just click on it again, that will turn it off, but we'll take both Bribey and Woodford. Since we're playing both events, we need to fill in a preferred tee block for Bribey, include the people we want to play with, fill in the preferred tee block for Woodford, and again fill in the players that we want to play with. If that was all, we would click on I confirm and next. Do we want to add another player to our group? So we'll add another member. Select the second member. We'll just type in their surname in the box and click on their name. Again, we'll see all the preloaded details. Select that they're playing at both. Select the tee time. Include who they're playing with for both days. And their details are now complete. And we'll go on the same process to add. And here we can see it by repeating the process. I've added in Noel Dowdle, Leanne Dowdle, Graham Finn, and myself. And one more player to add, so I'll click on Add Another Member. And that player I want to add. Greg Nord. Unfortunately, Greg hasn't yet put in his date of birth, so I'm going to click in there and add in his date of birth. And Greg is playing at both events, both venues. At Bribey Island, he's teeing off early, and he is playing with Grattan Feather Barrow. And at Woodford, it's a little later, and he's playing with Ray Curry. Ray and Grattan have registered separately, so I haven't got to worry about them. So we're now finished the registration, so I'll click on I confirm and click on Next. So now we have the registration complete message. Clicking on Next again. We now have a summary of the registration. It's Glasshouse Zone, lowers the registrant, and I have registered 5 people. It's confirmed. I can now do one of 3 things. I can edit the registration, cancel the registration, but if I'm happy that everything is okay, I'll just go up to the cogs, come down and click on sign out, and the registration is completed.